Hello everyone, and welcome back to Season 1 of my Let's Play series. You have joined what is unfortunately a remake of Episode 9. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I had a little bit of recording issues. I did not record my episode properly, so I'm going to have to basically recap what I have done, and unfortunately. I've made a tool forge. I upgraded our tool station to the tool forge. Basically, what that is going to be is 4 blocks of metal. JEI is only showing the iron, but as you can see, this is kind of a silver iron color, and my tool forge is not that color. That is because I was able to use bronze. So it looks to me as if you can use probably any metal block. To make a metal block, basically what you're going to want to do is, oops, that was unfortunate. Did not really mean to do that. Some of you may have been wondering how I've been laying my paths out, and you can do that with a shovel. I come over here to show you a little bit. I know that I'm going to end up extending these paths. I'm not sure which way yet, so let's try this over here, where I know I'm going to want to extend the path. You can right-click with your shovel, and that's going to lay down these little paths. See there? Nothing too complicated about that. But anyway, back to the construction of the tool forge. What you're going to want to do is whatever. Let's see, I've already got some bronze, so I'll show you how to make. The blocks are all the same. You make all your metal blocks are going to follow the same basic principle. You want to line your 9 ingots up in there, and that's going to let you pull that block right out of there. So to make the tool forge, we will need 4 of the metal blocks, the tool station, which I just used the tool station that I'd already made. I did not make another one. I just used my axe to cut it down, and then I popped it right into there. We made some more seared bricks. You can use any seared block for this. And I basically just took some cobblestone, smelted it down in my smeltery again, and made some more seared bricks. What I also did was I took our ardite and our cobalt, and I'm going to have to break down how I made my excavator and my hammer for you guys. I had to come in here and we had to go over to our stencil table. We needed to make some more of these, which I actually didn't mean to click on that, but that'll be alright. We needed to make a large plate, we needed the tough tool binding, and we needed a tough tool rod. We also needed to make a hammer head, and we needed to make the excavator head. Once I made those, I put them into our pattern chest here, and remember the pattern chest grows with you. So I put those into our pattern chest. Once I had the stone version of those, I used some of our wood to make the appropriate casts. And let me tell you, the hammerhead and the excavator head, and also this large plate cast, are extremely large. You're going to need 8 ingots of whatever material you end up using. And if you hover over these, it'll show you how much. Tough tool rod cast material cost 3. So whatever material you use, you're going to need an equivalent of 3 to make that tough tool rod cast. What I decided to do, let's take a nap. We'll continue explaining what happened. All right, welcome back to the daytime. I believe I can hover over this, and let me see if I hit control, it'll tell me what I've made this stuff out of. I decided to go with a wooden tough tool rod to get that ecological boost so that it will self-repair. I went with a cobalt hammerhead to get me that momentum modifier. Yeah, there we go. I heard him sneaking up on me. Anyway, that momentum. Let's look at our materials in U-Book. I made an item frame, by the way, to hang my book in, and man, my inventory is full. I am not even going to be able to pick that book up. So let's put some of this stuff back up. We can put the redstone, the lapis, and all that good stuff away. A little bit of coal. Maybe I can put that in one of these. Man, it used up all of my coal in there. Wow. I did not realize that would use all my coal. I may end up getting rid of that. I thought it was going to shut off. I didn't realize it was going to continue using my coal. I have started using regular coal in the furnace because I'm dropping enough food in there regularly, and we have enough access to coal that it's probably not going to be a problem. So let's clear some more of this stuff out. Let's go and take a little visit over here to our new storage building. Put as much of that away as we can. There we go. Now I should be able to get that materials and U-Book back. And that's just going to be a left click. Let's get that out of there. Left click to take it out of there, see it pops right out. Back up a little bit. See, the cobalt gives you that momentum. Mining blocks increases your speed as long as we keep going. So the more we go, the faster it goes. The faster we go, the more we go, the faster we go. And I went with, I believe it was an Ardite large plate cast because it loves stone. It's going to absorb some durability. Again, that's going to help repair it. So when we're mining the stone, that is going to help increase the durability of our tool, regenerate it a little bit. And with the hammer, I also went with an iron large plate cast because it's going to give me this magnetic and it's going to attract nearby things. So that was the hammer. Now for the excavator, that was very similar, except I went and I decided to make that out of bronze because it's going to give me that extra bit of XP. So as I'm clearing away the dirt, I'm actually going to get experience for this. And this is going to come in handy a little later when we start wanting to enchant things. I think I can start filling this in a little bit. And this is basically what I've been doing between the last episode and this one, is I've just been kind of going around and filling in stuff, prettying at the base a little bit. I did a little bit of mining, and by a little bit, I mean I did enough to break my pick, so I'm going to need to visit my new tool forge here shortly, which I think now is probably a good time to do that. We can go ahead and repair our pickaxe, and when it's completely broken, we're going to need two. See that indicator bar down there showing that it's mostly repaired, but not quite, and that is a fully repaired pick. And so I'm going to go ahead and put our ingots back up. Eventually I will have a system just for the ingots, but we're not quite there yet. Let's go ahead and put our book back up. And I want to show you, I came down here and did a little bit of mining. Let's see if I still have some torches. Yep. We're going to come back down here to Y level 30. I'm going to show you just a little bit more of the mining. I tried to show you in the episode that unfortunately did not record properly. You can see how quick this is, and part of the reason it's so quick is because I have attached redstone to this. I have not attached any lapis to it yet because I don't have a whole lot of lapis at the moment. We will, with the help of this hammer though, lapis, we're going to find a lot more of that pretty soon. And I mean, this is just ridiculously fast. There's a little bit more coal. And I think it's becoming abundantly clear why I wanted to get these tools. Because, I mean, you can clearly see how much faster I'm able to mine. I mean, my pick is pretty fast. In fact, the actual mining speed of this pick is roughly twice as fast as the mining speed of the hammer. But that hammer, man, I mean, it mines so many at once. It mines so many at once that it does end up being faster. And I'll come back and I'll clean all this up later. I really just wanted to show you guys how much faster mining with this hammer can be. So wow, we have a hammer now, we have an excavator, we have been to the nether. Man, we are moving right along. So I think what I'm going to do is let me finish clearing up my inventory here. This chest is now just for wood and wood associated materials. I've got a chest up here that is for basically just for materials that are waiting to be smelted. And then now I've got my crafting. This is my main crafting chest right here. Let's see, I picked up a little copper, a little iron, some of that black quartz. Let's see, I think I can put a little of that coal in there. Yeah, we don't want to smelt the coal. We're not quite to smelting coal yet. Let's see, bricks, they can go in here for now. The wood's going to go up here. We'll put our food over here. And then this top chest I've been using for plants and seeds. This is strictly plants and seeds now. Saplings count as seeds. And worms I'm keeping with the seeds because you can use those to help the seeds grow. A few more worms there. We can put our actual food away. And most of the rest of that stuff I think is going to go into our new storage building. Which I think you may have caught a glimpse in there. I did expand it a little bit, and I will be expanding it further. Eventually, we're going to have basically drawers wrapping completely around here. And I'll show you how to deal with these corners probably in the next episode. What I wanted to do real quick is let's come over here and check on our Pam's Harvest Craft farm. As you can see, I've been a little busy over here with that. There we go. This is almost full. This is almost a full farm now. Those are artichokes. I've discovered it is best not to try to harvest food while you have food in your hand, because a lot of the times you may end up eating that food. All right, so we've got a fair amount, good amount of food now. Did not really want to do that. That's all right though. Not going to set us back too far, so you can pop that right back down there. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my torches out of there for now. Pick the rest of these berries up. We've got tomatoes. And I do have another farm. I've got more stuff to plant. But I don't really want to bore you guys with the planting of that. I've got some cows now, which I think it may be time to feed them again. So let's pick up a little bit of wheat. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I also have been feeding our sheep. So we've got quite a few more sheep now. And let's see if we can feed these cows again. There is a cooldown timer. Yeah, it looks like it's going to let us feed them. Excellent. And I did, of course, give them, a place to drink. So wow, we are making quite a bit of progress. Quite a bit of progress. I'm very pleased with the progress we have been able to make. So I think, let's see, do I have any dirt on me? No. Don't know how that hole got there. That's all right. I can tell you that my armor, the bronze armor that we made a few episodes ago, is in fact working. I was able to properly defend myself against an Enderman, so we have another Ender Pearl. That's always nice. Still no more diamonds. I found a small handful of diamonds, and that is all that I have been able to find. I was able to find some more clay though, so now I have a baking dish. I wanted to show you guys how that is useful. If you remember all that bread we've been making, now I can make some toast. I don't know if you saw this stuff down here, these toast sandwiches. You just place the bread in the crafting station with the bakeware, and that gets us some toast. And now I'm going to take this toast, and I'm going to make some more toast sandwiches. And then one of the other things that I did, let's see, I wanted to show you guys more with this juicer too. Basically, almost any berry is going to be able to turn into juice. So you can see now I've got a bunch of blackberry juice. That's why I wanted to make that juicer so quickly. Food. Put those seeds up in the seed chest. I normally don't travel around with quite so much food, but that's all right for now. And then the other item I made, I wanted you guys to see this too. This is a quartz grindstone. So let me take a piece of my tin here, and I'll show you how to make this in just a second. You'll also need to separately craft this wooden crank. But basically, if you're having trouble in the early game finding the materials to make a smeltery, this is a good way to double your ores in the early part of the game. I'm just going to right click and I'm going to hold that down, and you can see this crank moving, and it's going to stop all on its own. When it stops, it's done. I would strongly discourage you from continuing, because see how that crank broke? We're going to have to make another crank. I should have the stuff I need to make that. See, I just need a couple of sticks. I think I need a few more sticks than that. There we go. Come over to a crafting table, and we're going to craft that crank in this manner, just like that. Sticks along the top and the outside, and that's going to give us a crank. So make sure you're being careful when you're crafting that. And then to place this in here, don't target the grindstone itself. You're either going to want to target a block like I did behind it there, or you can sneak by holding shift and then place it on there. But anyway, now that we've ground that tin ore, you can see that we have 2 tin dust. And what that is going to do is I was trying to show you guys in the episode that didn't quite make it all the way through. That's going to smelt into 2 tin ingots out of 1 tin ore. But I wanted you guys to know how to do that. In case you start up a world, you're having trouble finding the materials to make a proper smeltery. That is another way in the very early game to double your ores. It will also work for wheat. If you don't want to wait until you can make a sag mill to double your wheat production, you can also use this for wheat. And again, remember, once this crank stops, you're done. Now, it won't double the wheat like it doubles the ores, but it's still going to give us that flour, which we'll be able to smelt into food. I'm not really going to waste that. We'll cook that over there. See, now I've got the 2 tin ingots from that one piece of ore. So I wanted you guys to know how to do that. Let's see. This thing is getting really close to giving us another ender pearl. I'm really happy about that. And let's see, we can go ahead and harvest our apples. Having these apple trees is nice. There we go. Get a few apples. I also moved our tree farm. I don't know if anyone noticed a clear space there, but it was kind of getting a little crowded over there. And as you can see, sometimes these oak trees do get rather large. And I was afraid that they would encroach on my apple trees, and I may end up accidentally getting rid of some of my apples. I didn't really want that to happen. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put my diamond wand back out. I think it's on the top here. There it is. And now that I've got some apples in my inventory, I'm going to see if this little trick is going to work. I don't know that it will. No. I was hoping maybe it just might work, but it doesn't look like it will. I was hoping I might be able to sneak some of these things, a few more. But it doesn't look like it's going to. What was that? Oh, I walked into my underlily. Yeah, those underlilies hurt. They're kind of thorny. A little bit. They will hurt you. So, wow. Let's see. You know what? I think I got the perfect thing. I think I may have enough. Let's go ahead and put the builder's wand back up for now. And we can put that piece of tin back up. And see, I've also crafted a drawer key. So let's take a look at that real quick. Drawer key as a very useful item. There it is. Drawer keys crafted with 2 gold ingots, 1 gold nugget. See, those gold nuggets just keep popping up, so don't be afraid to make some gold nuggets. And an upgrade template, which is just a drawer with some sticks around it. That was really simple to make, so I'm not going to make another one. I think we remember all how to make the drawers. We take a chest in the center and planks across the top and across the bottom. So let's go check out the drawer key. There is one other key we're going to want to make, but we're not going to worry about that right this second. The drawer key is a very useful item. If you right-click on the drawer, you can see there's a little keyhole up there now. And basically what that's going to do, if I pull every single one of these out, it is going to remember what was in that drawer, and it is only going to let me put that item back in. So let's see if I've got a small enough quantity of something. There we go. The gravel's going to work just fine for this. It does not remember that gravel was in there. So when I pull every last bit of that item out, that drawer is blank again. Well, I kind of like it remembering what was in there. So here's another nifty little trick with these keys. If I target the drawer controller, it's going to lock all of these drawers at once. It would also unlock all of them at once if I right-click it again. I would like to leave them locked, though, so we're going to go ahead and just leave those locked. So, anyway, let's see if I'll be able to get into a fairly useful item that's going to help out with our animal. I usually hang on to the key for a little while. Let me put some of this stuff up. This can go in our wood chest for now. I think that's about it. So let's see if I'm going to be able to make this item. And what I'm looking at is this automatic feeder from a very cool mod called Actually Additions. And for this I'm going to need a basic coil, which needs some redstonia crystals, which is going to need, an atomic reconstructor. Now, if you hit backspace, it's going to back you up to the original item we were looking at, which is this automatic feeder. And we need a redstonia crystal, which I don't have. And we're going to need an atomic reconstructor to get that. To get the redstonia crystals, we're going to do that by basically firing a laser from this machine at the redstone. Now, if you see these tabs across the top here, this shows me the different ways that I'm going to be able to get that item. And if you haven't made an atomic reconstructor, or sometimes they have smelteries up here, they have different items up here, the left side is going to show me how to make this item. So for an atomic reconstructor, I'm going to need some iron, redstone, and I'm going to need an iron casing, which is some of this black quartz, some sticks, and some more iron. And this looks like something we're going to be able to knock up really quick, as long as we don't go down in our mine shaft and actually head outside to where we're keeping all of our ingots right now. So we're going to need, I think it was probably 8 or 10 pieces of iron. So let's grab a little bit of the iron. We're also going to need some of that black quartz, which I think we have a little bit of already. And we're going to need some of these sticks. And I can tell you a little secret about the atomic reconstructor, we're also going to want to have a redstone torch handy, and we're going to want to make a stone button. It has to be a stone button, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. But basically, you can also make wooden buttons for various things. The wooden button is not going to work for our needs. So again, we're going to need to make the atomic reconstructor, which is going to need some of that stuff. There's our iron casing. And I need to pull out a little bit of our redstone, which we may need to go mining again. I'm going to have enough for this. And there is our atomic reconstructor. Now the real question is, where am I going to put it? And I think what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and, remember I told you that there's a good possibility that this kind of stuff was going to happen. We're going to be moving our machines. And this is, if I place it down like this, it's going to face outwards towards me, and I don't really want that. I want to control where this laser is going to go. So I'm actually going to want this laser to face this way. And I'm going to want to hurry, and we're going to put this into pulse mode, and then I'm going to pop a button on there. Because basically, if I don't, we're going to end up having to reconfigure a lot of this stuff, unfortunately. This thing is going to need some power, so let's put our capacitor bank there, which means that I'm going to need to put our sag mill is going to go here. I'm going to need to move this down. What's going to end up happening is I think I'm going to have to move these. I think these are just going to end up being in the way. So fortunately I don't have a whole lot of stuff in here. These were just a way to help me stay organized and not use up a whole bunch of space. I think I'm going to be able to move these. Let's just go ahead and move this stuff over here. And we can start putting some of this stuff back in there. Here's my other chest. Let's see, so I'm going to need to knock a little bit more of this out. Then I'll be able to put my sag mill down. This away. There we go. And now, let's see. I'm not quite ready to give up on my furnaces yet. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my furnaces back down. I haven't been using them a whole lot, but I still may need to use them, so let's see here. We'll just split this tiny coal up. There we go. And I believe we're going to need, I want to say 4 of these, if I remember right. And to drop the whole thing, you can hit the letter Q and that's going to drop 1 item. But I want all of these, so I'm going to hold down, I believe it is Control-Shift-Q, and that'll drop the whole stack. Now we can push our button with a right click and voink. Now we got our redstone and a crystal. That wasn't so bad. And now we can look back into our automatic feeder. Oh, you know what? We're going to need just a few more. We're going to need a few more. I forgot we're going to need 2 sets of those. So let's do that again. And the shift is unnecessary. Yeah, you can just Control Q. Control Q will drop the entire stack. So there we go. Now we should have enough to get our coils. Let's shift click so we can get 2 of those. We're also going to need a wood casing, which is just a bunch of wood and sticks, planks, an oak log, and some sticks, which I should have that stuff floating around here somewhere. There we go. I have all of that stuff in there. I still have sticks in my inventory. So let's make our wood casing. And ooh, a golden carrot. Golden carrot. That looked a little scary to begin with, but remember, I keep telling you guys that we are by far not done with the gold nuggets. So let's grab a couple of carrots. And we should be able to get those made right up. There we go. And now, if I'm right, let's see, we ran out of planks. All right. So we'll get a couple more planks. I think we're going to need up some of this stuff real quick. And now we should be able to make our feeder. There we go, finally. Now, I don't think this needs any kind of power, so let's take a nap because it's dark and not because that machine doesn't need power. And we should, oh, there's a tool I almost forgot to grab. Put back up. See where I'm going to be able to stick this other chest. Set of chests here. Let me stick that right up here for now. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. So let's head out here to our cow farm. We've got plenty of sheep right now. So let's we'll make another one for the sheep pen. I normally make one of these for all of my animal pens. And I also, by the way, I did make the gate over to this side. And I generally like to put this right in the center. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, interior of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4 should be the center. Boom. And you can see that filling up. Here it tells us that there's 4 animals in this pen. There's enough to breed. Definitely enough to breed. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and get our wheat. And I love the automatic feeder. Basically, before we know it, we are going to have a completely full pen of cows. And I'll probably go ahead and make another one for the sheep between episodes. Because it is we are a little bit past the wrapping up point. Now, I generally recommend going in here, like right now I can get away with going in here with this wheat, and it's probably a good idea to go in with the wheat in your hand, because it's going to keep those cows from running out. But now that I'm inside, those cows are going to get in my way, believe it or not. See how they keep wanting to follow the wheat? So I'm going to take the wheat out of my hand so they stop following me, and I'm going to place this wheat, generally shift clicking it in there. Now those cows are going to eat, and they're going to eat when they have cooled down, and they will continue to produce more calves for me. And then as they get bigger, those new adult cows are going to breed. And so we'll have to occasionally come by and check and make sure that we've still got some wheat in there. And I think that I can access that from outside the gate. Good. So now I've got 5 animals, enough to breed. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where it'll tell you that you have too many animals, and it is no longer going to continue to breed them. Now, which, if you're playing this on a server, is really good news, because if you don't know, if you have too many entities or too many items on the ground, basically that's going to create some lag for you. So that's one of the reasons I'm really happy with this automatic feeder, because it's going to cut them off before there gets to be too many of them, and it just won't let them eat it anymore. So again, I'm sorry that I lost that episode 9 episode, so I am having to record it again, but we are at the end of it. So thanks for watching the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying the series. Be sure to leave some comments down below and let me know if there's anything I haven't covered that you'd like to see covered in future episodes. But that is going to wrap it up for episode 9. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and take it easy.